just came from last weekend, spending the weekend with the Organization of Pro-Life Obstetricians and Gynecologists, really focusing on the data about how abortion harms women. Looking at the link between abortion and breast cancer, the link of abortion and psychological problems. You know, ladies and gentlemen, the data is all on our side. And this really shouldn't surprise us, because when you have the truth, you just get out there and dig, and the proof is going to be there, because that's the nature of truth. But the challenge for us is getting the word out there. And Jack and I went to see this wonderful, amazing 22 weeks last night. This is the kind of thing we have to be doing to get the word out there. We've got to learn this data, translate it into normal people language, make movies, get the word out online, because let's face it, the mainstream media is not going to help us in any way at all. And frankly, the stakes, let's remember, even as we work to maintain our optimism, as we work to maintain our forward momentum, let us remember, as Angel's beautiful, beautiful movie does, there are two victims. There are two victims, and I see this so clearly as the future of our movement, is we have got to start hitting this theme harder and harder, that abortion harms women. We were at a reception right after the inauguration, and this beautiful, beautiful pregnant woman came up to me, and I don't really even know if she was pro-life, but we got to talking about her pregnancy. And they had just come in this very last week, seeing their first sonogram. And I don't think even at that point that she knew what I do. And she says, you know, she goes, I just can't believe it. They've been lying to us. What I saw on that sonogram, it wasn't a blob. She goes, there's hands, there's feet, there's a heartbeat. She says, they've been lying to us. That's what I want us to think about today as we, you know, as you work on your blog. You know, you in your corner of the internet, think about the fact that we are representing the truth. And that is such a big, big thing. As you think about the abortion movement, it really is the embodiment of the great lie. Scripture tells us, Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. As I think about the life movement, I frequently think of that verse and how all of what we do is really wrapped up in that one verse. That He is the way, the truth, and the life. And that's why this effort that we're engaged in is so it goes to the heart of everything, doesn't it? So be of good cheer. You know, being on God's side is a good side to be on. Being on the side where they're developing 4D sonograms for people who don't really care one way or the other, look at a sonogram and say, wait a minute, they're lying to us. You know, that's a good side to be on. I like our odds. I would not want to be the one who is arguing against those really, really compelling facts. And we're making great gains. You can also be encouraged about, you know, the headline grabbing. You know, the mainstream media is always going to report in big, big type when we lose an initiative. But I'm here to tell you that the work that we are doing at the state level is gaining ground steadily and relentlessly. Just today, to commemorate the March for Life, we are releasing our annual rankings of the states. Anybody here from Pennsylvania? Nobody from Pennsylvania? Well, go out today, find somebody from Pennsylvania and shake their hand. Pennsylvania ranks today as our #1 pro-life state in the nation for the work that they've done passing pro-life legislation. I don't think you'll be surprised to hear. Do we have anybody from California? I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, you guys came in dead last. But let me just conclude by saying, you know, thank you, Jill, for mentioning my 5 wonderful pro-life warriors who came along with me today, as well as, oh, they just stepped out of the room. My Hannah girl brought along a friend as well from Arlington, a place where we weren't sure there were any other pro-lifers. But anyway, my kids are all out in the lobby. And this morning, as we went to get them up and told them they all had to have hats and gloves and warm boots. James is 5 years old, and he was super sleepy. It was a little earlier than he's used to getting up. He was wiping his eyes, and I said, said, James, you got to get up, man. It's the March for Life. He goes, are you ready for the March for Life today? He goes, Mom, I'm always ready for the March for Life. So be encouraged today. It's such an honor and such a glorious, glorious day to be together, particularly on this week of all weeks, to go out and take a stand for life. So thank you for all that you do.